Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. Today we are in Bluffton, Ohio, and we're testing out the speed on an AT&T iPhone 4S and a Verizon iPhone 4S. Both are connected to 3G. AT&T recently turned on 3G in the area, and we think it's the faster version of 3G that AT&T likes to call 4G, with quotations around it. What we're going to do is run a few speed tests, and we've already run several, and what we can tell so far is that the AT&T iPhone 4S is just blowing the iPhone 4S away in terms of connectivity. But we'll run a test here on camera for you, and we'll restart, pull our phones a little bit further apart, but for the most part we've been getting similar speeds. You'll see on our AT&T side things are going pretty fast, 6.18 megabits per second down, and usually about 1.5, somewhere around there, up. On the Verizon side, we topped out at 0.61 megabits per second up, or I should say down, and 0.49 up. We've seen faster speeds on the Verizon network, so I'm going to pull that away and run one more test to see if that helps at all. See if we get a faster read with nothing else going on. So here, as it looks like we're pinging the same server for speed test. Not sure how much effect that has, but as we run it without any other speed tests going on, we're getting 1.26 megabits per second down, and we'll see where we end up here for upload speed. Maybe we'll hit about 0.45, somewhere around there. Yeah, 0.46 megabits per second up. So while that's respectable, it really is pretty poor compared to our higher speeds that we saw on AT&T. So head on over to GottaBeMobile.com and check out more Verizon versus AT&T 3G speed tests on the iPhone 4S. So here we're going to run the test. We have a Verizon Thunderbolt, but it's connected to 3G. We don't have 4G rolled out in this area. Again, we have our AT&T in the middle and a Verizon iPhone 4S over here. So we'll restart our tests on each of these devices and see how things fare. One thing to note, on the Android version, things get reported a little bit different, even though it's all from speedtest.net. So keep that in mind as we look at the results here. Again, AT&T has finished in the middle with 6 megabits per second up, or 6 megabits per second down, 1.72 up. Over here on the Verizon side, we're looking at 0.4 and 0.57, which is ridiculously slow compared to our AT&T test phone. And we see similar results, even maybe a little slower over here on our Thunderbolt. Obviously, if we get into 4G territory, the Thunderbolt's going to smoke all of these, but it looks like the AT&T iPhone 4S is the fastest in this area, and also could shine a candle on a 4G device, or a true 4G device like the Thunderbolt or the Droid Bionic running on Verizon's network. Your speeds will vary by location, and certainly you will see different speeds as we go throughout town and throughout the community here, but these are pretty representative of what we're seeing here in this area, Midwest Ohio. Stay tuned for some more tests from a larger city, and we'll compare some 4G as well. Head on over to GottaBeMobile.com for all the results.